Hello to all my followers of the Wisecrack Nation. This is your boy Navi here with his introduction for his review and recall of The Flash, Season 5, Episode 2. And this episode is titled Blocked. As we start this episode off, we see the main villain of the season finishing off Roadblock from the previous episode. This episode kicks off with Barry and Nora telling Team Flash the truth about why Nora was unable to go back to the future. After finding out the reason, Team Flash is very understanding to the fact that Nora wants to spend time with her father and know that they have the ability to change the future if need necessary. After Team Flash leaves Joe's house, Cecile calls Joe into the baby's room to inform him that she's losing her powers because she can no longer hear her baby's thoughts. Right about now, I feel sorry for Cisco for the fact that he's still wallowing over his breakup with Gypsy, but now I feel even more bad for him that Ralph wants to help him get over that breakup. Ralph, of all people, really? You want to turn to Elastic Man for help over a breakup? Ugh. Someone's really desperate. To make matters worse, a new Meta appears on the scene, and her name is Vanessa Jensen. Apparently, she was in Iron Heights prison for 4 years, but now she's out to get revenge on the people who wronged her. Oh, that's nothing new. A psychotic woman wanting to get revenge on a man for how he's wronged her. Oh, if I haven't heard that so many times down the line. Oh, God. The one thing I can say about Barry as the Flash is that he's very smart, ingenious, and very understanding. But when he lets his daughter join him at a crime scene and says she's a CSI intern, that was not the smartest move to make. I know that Nora's supposed to be some kind of scientific speedster, but she hasn't proven that she has what it takes to be a CSI, even though she's a rookie. And I still can't help feel bad for Cisco. Now hold on as I play the world's smallest violin, because this man is seeking help from Ralph and the list he has created in order to help him get over bad breakups. Cisco, I encourage you to do the smart thing and just go talk to the girl. Please do not get Ralph involved. I can understand that some parents are scared to screw up when having a newborn child, but Cecile has totally lost it if she thinks putting mind-reading technology on her newborn infant is the best way to get along and understand her child. I mean, all parents are scared at some point, and I highly doubt that if any parent had a brain dampener, that they would use it on their child so they could understand what the child is going through every time it cries. I get the feeling that this episode of The Flash is going to be that of parental values and how parents should spend time with their children. But after seeing Barry and Nora team up for the first time to take down this episode's meta, Vanessa, I get the feeling that Nora isn't going to be effective this season. She's just going to be in the way like she is right now in this episode. Please, somebody come help this girl. Tell me how this girl is the daughter of the Flash and doesn't know how not to get captured. At this point, Cisco's looking sad and pathetic right about now. Ralph has to snap him out of a daze by saying Han shot second. I mean, really? You can use nerd language to snap him out of it, but not snap him out of his issues when dealing with Gypsy. I think it's time for Cisco to man up. I mean, really man up. We're gonna have to train him and turn him into the next Terry Crews or something. You know, get him to man up. And on top of that, if I were Barry, I would not take my futuristic daughter back out into the field knowing that she could possibly screw up again. Barry has to realize that being a genius and being a father are two different things when you're a superhero. In this episode, everybody is so touchy. Cisco is going crazy over the fact that he's still broken up with Gypsy. Caitlin is upset and doesn't want to have to deal with her father's death certificate. Iris is sad because she can't seem to get a straight answer or along with her futuristic daughter. What in the world is going on with Team Flash? They're acting like the South Park kids. I mean, they all have problems and they refuse to face it. I mean, Jesus, just get over it. Like Eric Cartman said, no means no, Bill Cosby. I said it once and I'll say it again. Nora needs to be taken off the team and sent back to the future. No, not the movie McFly. She actually needs to go back to her own time. I mean, Barry takes the time to try and train her. And what does she do? Act like she's all that and winds up throwing lightning at her dad, sending him crashing through a window. Oh God, this makes me rethink wanting to have children, period. Thank God that this series has Joe as the father. Because if Joe wasn't the father, this show would be flat. I mean, Barry comes to him trying to figure out what to do about Nora, and bam, Papa Joe puts down the fatherly knowledge like nobody else could. Because along with being a great cop, he's also a great father. It reminds not only Barry, but Cecile, in order to be an effective parent, you have that you're always going to love them and be there for them. I think after 5 seasons, Joe needs to get a Father of the Year award. I know I wish I could have parents like Joe and Cecile. That'd make my life a whole lot easier. Oh, great. Now this episode done made me want to feel bad by feeling sorry for both Cisco and Caitlin. Cisco, I guess he's finally getting over the fact that Gypsy's not the woman for him, and Caitlin is getting over the fact that she doesn't know whether or not her father wanted to be in her life or not. Man, when you get kicked in the groin what feels like this, starts to bring a tear to your eye. What? Nah, I'm just kidding. But it's good to see that they're facing their problems head on. I guess everything is coming full circle for everybody because now Barry and Nora are finally clicking and making sure that Nora understands why she has to go through basic training. Because when Barry started out as a Flash, he wasn't that great either. And now another predicament arises. The Meta Vanessa has been cornered by the very people she's trying to take over business of. And I don't feel sorry for her because now she's surrounded by guns and it's not looking like she's gonna make it. Oh well. That's all, folks. The metahuman block got so lucky that Flash and Exodus came to save her. Because if she had dropped her guard while holding up her powers against those gunmen, she would have been Swiss cheese right about now. And the fact that the Flash and Exodus had to come save her before confronting her seems kind of stupid. I would have just let them take each other out. From the way I look at it, the enemy of my enemy is my ally. Not my friend, but my ally. The sad part being, after they took away the gunman, Flash still got trapped in Block's powers. Now this is what I don't understand. You're the fastest man alive, yet you still get captured of all people. If I were a legit hero like the Flash, I'd consider it pretty pathetic that I'm still getting captured in other metas' abilities. But the one thing that surprised me out of anything was the fact that Nora, Excess of all people, had a plan, and her plan worked to slow down Block and capture her using the metahuman cuffs. I guess there's hope for her after all. Unfortunately, Vibe and Elastic Man arrive at the scene a little too late to help. But guess what? They didn't arrive too late to get their butts handed to them. Because now we're seeing the villain of the season appear to take them on. Barry did the smart thing by telling his daughter to take Block to a hospital to get checked up on. Because if she had stayed, she would have seen one of the worst readings ever given to any superhero on an Arrowverse show. I mean, the Flash, Elastic Man, and Vibe against this guy. Oh man, they got their butts handed to them and more. Not only did he siphon their powers, but he also nearly killed them. This is what worries me about this season. The fact that one hero may die. Fortunately for Team Flash, Nora came back to the scene yelling "Dad" in order to make the villain of the season stop his attack on Barry. After getting a proper checkup from Caitlin and seeing that it's negative dark matter that affected their powers, Ralph and Cisco still elect to help Caitlin figure out the meaning of her father's death certificate. So Cisco vibes the death certificate in order to see that Caitlin's mother has something to do with it. Oh boy, and I thought we had parental issues on the Maury show. You are not the father. Well, guess what, Caitlin? Your father is still alive. Come on out here, everybody. Let's meet Caitlin's father. Iris alerts the team that Gridlock is dead and shows them the video of the attack on the convoy where Gridlock was. Even though watching the video was no help, it wasn't what they were supposed to watch. It was what they were supposed to listen to, which is the sound of this season's villain breathing in and out of his freaking mask like he's Darth freaking Vader. Unfortunately for right now, that's the entire episode of The Flash. I hope you all enjoyed the review from my perspective. But as for right now, I'm going to go ahead and go back into the Speed Force until next week. I'll see you all Flash Faithful later, and stay wise and crack hard. Peace.